What is up, people, and welcome back to the channel. So, another update on my front suspension. I've changed things a little bit since our last discussion. So, I'm going to try and explain what I've done, why I've done it, how I've done it, or something like that. You'll get the gist of it as we go through. Right in, let's have a look, shall we? Right in, so this is where we are. So, first of all, I lifted up these arms by 3/4 of an inch. So what I've done at the minute is packed underneath my brackets I had made. So I've got more roll centre because I wasn't happy with how low they were. So now they are up much better angle, yeah? So that is now firing up nice. So that is running a better angle to suit this. And also this, I've decided to run it at a 15-degree angle. Hang on. Yeah? So it's actually sticking up and out. And the purpose of that is to keep this rose joint happy. Yeah. And also, I can get a nice straight shot that way. And this is at ride height. So that's happy. And it's pulling direct on the tube. It's not pulling away, you know, the rose joint's not here, so it's not trying to twist. It's pulling direct on the tube. And then this rose joint is pulling pretty direct on the tube. So the tube is in its happier place, if you know what I mean. It's not being pulled or twisted. So that's where they're going to be. Where they go up yet is yet to be determined. So that's one of the first things I did. And then, remember how I wasn't happy with this top ball joint? So what I've done is I've dropped this pivot point down 30 millimeters. So it's here now. It was up here. So that's 30 millimeters moved down, which is give us a bit better angle. It's upset the steam geometry a little bit because where that comes up, where that comes down. Hang on.
Mum said to come in now because it's dinner's nearly ready.
Okay. Yeah, so those now are probably, to be honest, they're probably about right in the middle of the engine, but because I've lowered that, it's lowered the centre. So I still am going to try and play with getting that up a touch so they go further over and higher than lower. Yeah, but the problem with stuff like this, it's all one-off. It's just working your head around a problem and then you have to fix the problem. So the next decision I had was how am I going to attach these to the chassis, the arms. So I've got these eyelets, these ringlets, yeah? So they're going to be fixed up with roll cage tube going through. And there's another one. Oops. Knocked my arm over, as you can see, nothing's attached. So basically we've got this. So this is two of those eyelets, yeah? And it fits, that plays the gap in there. So once this is actually clapped down, it's pretty good. So we've got a little bit of resistance, not much. There's no grease in the actual joints yet. But using these, I can position that inner arm wherever I like to on the tube. Do you know what I mean? So it gives me quite a big variance on where I can have the actual tube fitted. You know what I mean? So this can be here. It can be on top. It can be quite a bit all over the place. That's why I designed these the way I designed them, where I wanted them. But then I had an issue. I was like, well, if I do this, how am I going to get the arm in and out? Because both the brackets were 1/2 inch hole. And as you know what a pin looks like on a mini suspension, it's like that. So you'd have one in one end and one in another end. Oh, come on, you sausage. And you're like, well, how am I going to get the arm out if the pin doesn't fit through? So I had to come up with another solution, which is these couple parts. So we've got one of my eyelets that I have bored out to 3/4 inch, 19-point-something mil, which is the diameter of that rod. Then this is one of the original type of washers, one of these, also bored out. Yeah. And then this is a thingamabob that I made. A thingamabob. As you can see, there's one on there. So this passes through there and pushes up against the end of that rod. Like so. Yeah? So you've got, sorry, that on there, that on there, and that goes on there. Jesus, this is a bit awkward. And that pushes up against there. And then the arm goes in the middle. And all I'll do is I'll show you on this one. So this is on there like that. So when I want to take the arm out, so the nut's on, like that, yeah? So now what I can do is, once these are welded in place, this nut comes off. Hang on, I'm going to put you on the tripod. There you go. So this is on the car. Yeah? So then all I'll do is take that off. Well, technically, I don't really have to take that off. Because if I undo this side, it's not going to come out now, is it? Guaranteed. Oh, there we go. This pin pulls out the middle. And then this will stay on the car. You get me? So then that is in line with the car. I have got this spacer which has to go in there. So you just hold that up in there like that. God, this would be so much easier if these were actually attached. And then the arm just pushes through. And then goes back on that end. You know, once it's all attached. See, you catch my drift? That's the best way I could come up with actually getting the arms in and out while still utilising these brackets so they're fully welded around the tube, not just tabbed onto the tube. So yeah, that is the update. That is a quick update on how I've come up with what I've come up with. And those parts were literally just bits I've just turned up on the lathe. Yeah? It's a nice little thingy bob. Bushing of some sort. These are stainless. Whether I keep them or make them out of brass just to be a bit nicer, I don't know. So that's bored. That's a nice fit. Because if that's not a nice fit, you're going to get knocking. And I use that because that has got to put grease around that brass. Yeah? So that's why I use that. And to shim it properly, I've took a bit off there. Or on the other side, I had to take a bit off there. Because, you know, machining and that. So yeah. That's just a simple part. And that is how I've come up with being able to run the top arms the way I want to run them. What do you reckon? And then the tube's going to come probably behind there. The main issue I have is this side because of this casing. Yeah, but now I've dropped that down 30 mil, I'll be able to swing the arm back a bit. Now I don't know whether I want to come up from here with the tube, through 90, up, and then probably kink down and pick up these two as one bar, or whether I come over, probably come around here somewhere that these then can tie in down to there, one bar, and then put that in as a second bar. I'm not quite sure yet. Not 100% on how I'm going to do the bars, but at the minute I just want to get this right, and then I can make the rest. Yeah? Right. Thanks for watching. Nice little video for you. There's going to be a few of these little top-up videos now. And then we've got to go on to the next car, which is this one. So I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, people.